These days, it's so much cheaper to buy a gallon of milk and make your homemade dairy products that you use most at home. Every week, I make homemade yogurt, homemade cream cheese, and homemade butter. Let's start with the cream cheese. Dairy is so expensive right now, I'm just making it all myself. I'm making butter, I'm making cream cheese. Let me show you how. 4 cups of milk. Bring it up to a boil slowly so you don't burn the milk. You'll need 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar or regular vinegar or 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. We prefer apple cider vinegar. Keep stirring, don't let it burn. Now we don't want a rolling boil, so as soon as it comes up to a boil, we're going to lower the heat. Starting to get bubbles. Lower the heat. Slowly add in a little vinegar, just a little at a time, and keep stirring. A little more. And then the last of the vinegar. Stir it around. Now shut it off. Cover it and forget it for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, it's time to strain your curds from your whey. See all the curds? Now we're going to separate that from your whey. If you don't have a small strainer, you can use a cheesecloth. Now you don't have to throw away your whey. You can save it for later, and next time you're making some kind of a baked good or even pancakes and waffles, you can use this liquid instead. These ice cube trays hold 3 tablespoons each. I fill them, freeze them, and save them for later. The trick about making homemade cream cheese is think about the consistency you like. Do you like thick cream cheese? Do you like thinner, spreadable cream cheese? The more moisture you take out, the thicker your cream cheese will be when you blend it. For a nice smooth cream cheese, make sure your curds don't cool off. You should be blending them when they are warm. Nobody wants a clumpy cream cheese. While it's hot, we're going to add just a couple pinches of salt and 2 tablespoons of butter for a little extra protein. And now we're going to blend it so we can make cream cheese. You can put this in your blender or your food processor. I just use a submersible blender, but you can use whatever you have. Beautiful cream cheese. Now we're going to put it in the refrigerator right next to our homemade yogurt. If you haven't already seen how we make our homemade yogurt, I'll leave that recipe at the end. And now we're going to make some butter. And all you're going to need for that is 16 ounces of cream. 16 ounces of cream is still cheaper than 1 pound of butter. I use a stand-up mixer. So an hour or so before I make butter, I put the bowl and the attachment into the refrigerator so it is nice and cold. And then I add the cold heavy cream to the cold bowl and turn it on medium. You can use a food processor to get this job done. Your cream will first turn to homemade whipped cream. And the longer it whips, the more it separates from the buttermilk. And there's your buttermilk. Just keep letting it go. See the splash guard? It really works. If you don't have one of these, a towel will work just fine. And there's your butter. If you have a cheesecloth, that would come in handy right now. Otherwise, you will have to use your hands because you need to squeeze the buttermilk out of your butter. So we're going to rinse it with cold water and then squeeze the buttermilk out of your butter. When the water is clear and not cloudy anymore, that means you got all the buttermilk out of your butter. And that's how simple it is to make homemade butter and save money. You can even buy these cute little containers, and then you can put your homemade butter right into this container, pop it in the refrigerator and let it set, and then pop it out of the container and just cut it into sticks. And of course, I'm saving my buttermilk for later. And then I defrost the buttermilk and then I add some cheese and a little butter. And yeah, sometimes we do eat mashed potatoes, and that's what we mix it with. Buttermilk from our butter, some cheese. We made yogurt, we made butter, and we made cream cheese today. And dishes are clean. If you haven't already met Jason and I here at P&J's Homestead Adventure, here's a trailer so you can see what we've been up to around here. Thank you for stopping by.